Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a
Oh.
wonderful Wednesday night so far. Thanks for letting us be a few minutes late. First tech session of the year obviously went super duper well and nothing screwed up on me, and it was perfect because I am in fact a professional streamer. You may not know that about me, but I am an OBS champion. I fear nothing and no one, and certainly not OBS deleting half the work I did last night. That could never have happened. It's fine. But thanks for coming to join us for the premiere of Childhood Nightmares. This show is my baby, and it has been for like 2 years now. That's how long I've been wanting to run this, and then I never got the chance. And so I called up these 4 fine folks, and I went, "Hi, what if I scared the shit out of you every Wednesday for like the next 2 months? How would you feel about that?" And they all said yes.
So good. Cool. Feeling so good about it. I love it.
No loot cards to save the crew, Star Drew. At least not yet. We'll see kind of how the season goes. But I do promise they would probably prefer that there were stream loot cards to save them at some point in time. We'll see how things go. But for tonight, we're just here to meet some people and see the setting. And I'm sure absolutely nothing will go wrong in the next 3 hours. It's a vacation episode. We're shopping.
Yay!
Nothing could possibly go wrong. But before we get into any of that, I would like you to meet my wonderful friends who have all agreed to put up with my bullshit until the end of March. And we're going to start with Emily, just in case you got to hop out real quick.
Yes. Hello. So I am Emily Greymoore. Should I introduce who I'm playing yet, or is that
no? We're gonna do all that in game. You just introduce you. Where can people find you?
Where can they find me?
Yeah. How do they find the special human in my life? Just let them know.
At the moment, with social media the way that it is, Blue Sky is the best place to find me. At Emily Greymoore. .social.bluesky, that kind of thing. Over there is where you'll find me most prevalently until who knows. You can also find me on Itch. You can find my game there that I made, The Cunning Folk. And you also, if you want to listen to my lovely voice, can find me on unbalancedencounters.com. And there's a whole podcast with hundreds of episodes featuring me and some wonderful other people. Yeah, so that's where I am.
And you should go listen to all of them because they're all fantastic and super amazing. And with that, we're gonna go. Emily, actually, you pick. I'll let people popcorn this time. I'll be generous. I won't do dice rolls.
Okay. You know what? Ladies first. Cleo. It's got to be.
Hello, I am Cleo Birch. I'm a voice actor and narrator. I'm majority on TikTok, just because I don't. The others, no, okay. We'll get there, and I want to make a Blue Sky. But Cleo Birch, voice actor, I'm there. And I also stream every other Friday on Punch and Roll for Initiative. You can find us on YouTube. And yeah, I predominantly do audio dramas and audiobooks and cracking into voice hacking. And I think that's all for me. Noir, to you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Noir, the Noir Enigma, all over the internet. Super excited to play. And yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. So I'm going to pass it on over to RJ.
Hello, my name is RJ. I'm going to hate this for a hot second because I'm also listening to audio to make sure things are happening. 1 second.
RJ's the best. I love that he's double checking all of mine. I got it, Sarju. Thank you. I turned Cleo up on my end.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I had guest 2 lowered. I know exactly who it was from last stream, and I had to lower them, so that was on me.
Once again, hello, everybody. I'm RJ. You can catch me at RJustice282 on Twitch, Twitter. No, not that. Blue Sky. Yeah, that's where I am.
There we go.
I do a lot of things in a lot of places. I work with Noir over on our little side project that we got going on with some of these other lovely folk. I also work with the Hype Goblin doing tech for them. Go check them out. Otherwise, yeah, I'm here. I'm a blue-collar worker.
People will have more context for that in a little bit. And then there's me. Hi, I'm Mallorie. I happen to run this place. Should I? Questionable. But here we are. I have the password, and someone gave me the power of OBS. And so I'm live on the internet. I started Rediscovery last year in an attempt to refine my love of storytelling, and I've got wonderful people to do it with. It's the absolute best. I am the luckiest. And I'll say that forever and ever and ever until the day I die. Speaking of dying, though, I have 4 people to put through their paces for the next 3 weeks, or for the next 3 months. It's really great for me that my friends say yes to playing horror. You probably recognize Noir and Emily from the Call of Cthulhu stream that we did for charity a couple months ago, where I put them through just 2 episodes of some very basic horror things. But this world is not just my creation. We are playing Monsters Within, which is a Kids on Bikes reskin, and in Kids on Bikes, you build the world together. It's very specifically, they built both of the worlds we'll be playing in together. And you'll hear much more about both of them as time goes on, one in reality and one in their imagination. But first thing is first, I need to tell you that Monsters Within is not released yet. This is a live playtest. If you've been watching my content for a while, you would know that I am very much somebody that people allow to do live playtests one way or another. Some people trust me to do that. It's wild, but I won't say no. I just take the book and I smile and I say thank you and I walk away before they change their mind. I was able to do that with Kids on Bike 2nd edition. I was able to do that with the Vanishing Lands. And now Patrick, first of all, Emily's wonderful husband, a wonderful friend of mine, the showrunner and GM over at Amal's Encounters, wrote Monsters Within. And when I told him that this was the game that I was getting ready to start running, he was like, here, take this. And it was like my whole world opened up. And I was like, oh, you just changed the game, Patrick. How wonderful and beautiful. So I will be interjecting at times to teach you all how to play the game. I've gone over this with my players, but there's a good chance they'll have questions. There's a good chance I might even have questions. Patrick is in the audience and he's a text away. So if something does pop up and I don't know the answer, I'm texting Patrick. But this way, you all get to see a brand new game before it's ever been released. And this is sort of like the Kids on Bikes horror reskin. If you've also watched me for a while, you know horror is my jam. I've run like 3 games that weren't horror, and everybody else has suffered at my table in the fun way, with consent given. By the way,
With
very
consent,
important.
yes, that's true.
Everybody here has given consent, and very important to note, there are safety checks in place here. So if something pops up, I know how to take care of that. Always do that, especially with horror games, but with all games. Be kind to people. Do safety stuff. Good. And now that it's dangerous to go alone, make it worse. Good job, Koji. You get it. Koji gets it. Koji knows where I'm coming from. You're right. No, Star True, that's not true. Someone did die in the Call of Cthulhu campaign that we played last year, the full campaign that we played last year. Not your all's 2-shot. We did a full campaign called You're Invited, and someone did die in the finale. Spoiler alert. Go watch it, though. Figure out who it was. All the episodes are going to be on YouTube if they aren't already. But for now, I get to start with my wonderful, beautiful, lovely friends and seeing what we can all do together, because I'm sure it'll be super fun. So, here we go. Episode 1 of Childhood Nightmares is called Welcome Home. When I ask you to think of a small town, they usually look the same. It's a small little suburb that you see in a movie with green grass and houses that all look kind of the same. Gravel roads that turn off too far. One stoplight that blinks forever and ever and ever before it lets you leave. But as night falls on these towns, weird things start to happen. All of a sudden, the houses look a little too similar, like maybe you can't find your way home. And white picket fences stretch a little too far, almost like a smile that's just a little too wide. And so it's not irregular or weird when, we'll say odd things start happening in this very small town that is aptly named Crappy's Creek. After the fish, we swear, but also after the state of its being. It's just not great. But there are enough kids around here that'll play together. There's one elementary school, one stoplight, one place called Pizza Saloon, which franchised years ago, and they just got maybe 4 months before this. It's late, maybe 2 a.m., and everything is dark. These 4 are all in their beds. But there's one light left on in one little house right in the middle of Crappy's Creek. A nightlight, actually, so not even a big one. And as a little boy with blonde curls and big freckles all over his face, hides underneath the covers because he swears that he heard something. He'd asked his dad earlier to check under the covers or under the bed for monsters, but his dad gave him the safe speech about how monsters aren't real. There's no one here to hurt you. Everything is totally fine. But then they're scratching. And then the bed shakes. He squeezes his eyes shut, holding the covers as tight as he possibly can, thinking this must be a bad dream. This must be a bad dream. This must be a bad dream. Because adults have to be telling the truth, right? That monsters only live in your nightmares? There's a scream, a loud one, so loud that you 4 can hear it in your houses, no matter how far away you live. The next day, Tommy is not in school. Tommy doesn't come outside to play. Tommy must have left the house because his parents cannot find him, but the teachers can't, and neither can you. People search for months and months. There are missing posters all over town, all about this small child, maybe 9. He was last seen in rocket pajamas, like ones with stars and space and planets. There's a giant rocket ship on the front. And they were his favorites, and they're gone too, so he must have just walked out of the house, right? He couldn't have gotten far. That's what all the adults say, again, as you all don't know whether to believe them or not, but they never do. They never find him. You all go to school day in and day out. Tommy's desk sits empty, and you can't find anything that would show you where he went either. And you all just have to live with that, because some things never get answered. Some people never come back. Some monsters never go away. And so now, 28 years later, we find you 4, all grown up. Now the question is, how much do you think about Tommy anymore? Or do you just try not to think about him at all? So we're going to go through, and like every game I run, the dice get to decide who gets introduced first. I think that's a beautiful place to start. Hey, RJ.
Hello.
At this moment in time, where do we find your character? And as you're telling me this, I'd like you to also introduce him and let the people know what he looks like.
There is an old lumber mill that's still operational in town. Benjamin de la Cruz rattles out of his old shitty Toyota Corolla. It looks like he's slept in his car. Disheveled, like, work overalls, 5 o'clock shadow. He hasn't shaved yet. There's rounded glasses, a bit of a chip in one of the lenses that he just hasn't fixed yet. Dark auburn hair that's kind of swooshed to one side. He runs a hand through it it's kind of greasy. lights a cigarette as he starts to walk towards work, snaps his finger, and then just kicks his door in to shut it before turning on his heel again and heading to work.
And where does Benji work?
It is the lumber company there that is still in town. He works heavy machinery.
So would I be right in assuming that Benji never left?
He tried for a while, but then came back. It was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it big in the city, and then just crashed out super hard.
It happens to the best of us. So how long have you been back?
I would say this is like the 5th year back.
Okay. Do you ever walk by Tommy's house?
He would have to drive by it because they're neighbors.
Do you ever think about it?
My therapist says that it's healthy to think about it from time to time as part of the grieving process.
Yeah. Your therapist is probably right.
Probably. That's what I pay them for.
Just glad you pay them well. So as you get to work for the day, you pull in, park your car, you get out, you're all disheveled and such, and you kind of head in with all your gear for the day. Your boss kind of just gives you a nod. He's got a mug of coffee that you imagine is at least his second, but he's not ready to talk to anyone until his third, so he'll be a bit.
Until the clipboard is in the hand, that's when you talk to him.
Yeah, and until that happens, you know that it's best to probably just stay out of his way and let him do whatever it is he does for the first half hour of his day or so.
I've got to do maintenance checks anyway, it's fine.
Yeah. As you head off to do those maintenance checks, what area sort of are you supposed to start your maintenance checks in this morning?
Probably like the loading area for like forklifts and other vehicles used to transport goods.
That sounds good. Go ahead and give me. I'm gonna make you do a little roll about it.
Why would you
I think
make me
it'd
do
be
this?
so fun to make you do a roll already in this game.
¿Por qué? Why?
Give me a suffer roll. I should explain to the audience as RJ is making this roll.
Please do.
The stats in this game are a little bit different than what you maybe think of this system. Kids on bikes, you normally have fight, flight, brain, brawn, charm, and grit. In Monsters Within, those stats have in fact been replaced. They work a little different and they are called different things. Instead, you have mend, ponder, probe, strive, manipulate, and suffer.
So my dice explodes because I rolled a 10.
Beautiful. Roll it again.
31.
31.
Exploded twice.
Okay.
No, 21, sorry. No.
21. Okay.
10,
21
10,
is still good.
1, yes.
21 is excellent because your DC was like a 6. I'm going to say with a 21, you notice as a shadow starts to creep from under a car to the next one, to the next one. Like all of these vehicles, it's like something was underneath one and is now trying to keep in shadow to avoid you.
Nope. 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 There is a spin on the heel. One of my flaws is cowardly. The second one is superstitious.
So yeah, you're just gonna like nope on out of this. That's fair. That's super fair of you, honestly.
Just gonna walk back into the the lounge area.
Yeah. With that roll being so high as it was, can you also give me a probe roll?
Brains.
Mm-hmm.
I smart. 3. I'm not very smart.
We are gonna say then that the silhouette that it casts reminds you of something, but you certainly can't figure out what. Maybe something you saw on a TV show once or something. Maybe it's just like a raccoon or a squirrel or something. It's nothing to worry. Animals get in here all the time.
Something small, something mammalian.
Yeah. Mhm.
Great.
Yeah.
In the break room, it is just faucet on, wash face, go over to vending machine, 3 monsters, please.
How apt. What flavor of monster are you getting out?
If
Oh,
it is
yeah.
a work site for adults, the white cans.
Good choice. I like the white cans. The white can monster's good.
0 sugar.
Yeah. 0
Not
sugar.
sponsored.
Not sponsored, but Monster, if you want to sponsor me, you can hit me up.
Monsters
I live off
Within?
energy drink. Anyway, yeah, Monsters Within. We could do a whole thing. It'd be awesome. Just letting you know. As you get these cans out, you see a bunch of the guys like coming in, putting their like lunch bags away and stuff like that, or like a bunch of the guys go to the food truck down the street. There's only one food truck in this entire town. It is tacos. They were gonna try to do pizza, but pizza's kind of been like, it's been cornered here, well, it was. That place is long gone. Your favorite pizza place as a kid is dead. But at the time they were thriving, so the taco truck became the taco truck.
It's just not the same.
It's just not the same. It's a real shame, truly. As you get yourself ready for the day, you get your monsters, you kind of gather all your things. After you're done with your maintenance checks, what's your next job?
After that, it would be just whenever trucks come in, drive the forklift in, dip the fork into the pallets, pull the pallets out, stack them on a shelf, over and over and over again.
You start on that. You take pallet 1, and pallet 2, and pallet 3. Your days are pretty monotonous. The same thing. A lot. Maybe not every day. Some days you get like an exciting pallet. Some days it's like, oh, this is like a fun thing versus just like pallet after pallet of cement blocks or brick or like bags of fertilizer. Because they've been doing a lot of construction here lately.
Drum of gasoline.
Basically, yeah. Like the place has become sort of a tourist spot of sorts after all these years. Looks so much different than when you were a kid and everything was so small and not really looked after. But as an adult, now everything is kind of booming. Someone should probably get a raise for whatever marketing they did to make this place seem interesting, because as far as you're concerned, Crappy's Creek has always been
Pretty
boring as
crappy.
shit. Yeah, really crappy, for lack of a better term. And you continue on your way, just day in, day out, pallet after pallet. This day, though, your phone buzzes in your pocket.
He will park the forklift, turn the engine off, flip the phone out. We're in the 2000s. It's a touchscreen.
Yeah. It's like now that we've gotten to modern day, you've gotten a nicer phone than the ones you had way back when. And give me another probe roll. This one I think you want to fail. I'm just letting you know.
Okay. Why?
No reason.
2?
Oh yeah, you're fine. You only get a slight flash of like seeing your phone in your hand. It turns into a landline for just a second, like the one you had to call on that night. And then it's your cell phone again.
Benji blinks furiously before, like, the dad thing of adjusting your glasses slightly while looking at your phone 5 feet in front of you?
Sure do.
That.
Yeah, it's just your cell phone.
All right. Unlocks it. Who called me?
It's not a call, but a text. Message from an unknown number. Not even this area code. You don't really know what area code it is off the top of your head anyway, but it just says, you're 2 for 2 now.
still looking at the phone. Hello, this is Benjamin. Who is this? What do you mean by 2 for 2? Hit send.
The bubbles pop up like someone's typing. And all it says is Tommy and April. 2 for 2. We'll talk soon, Benji.
A cold sweat. Benji leaves the keys in the ignition, walks over to a time clock that is still on there, and punches himself out. He begins to text his therapist as he walks back to his car, not telling anyone he's leaving.
Your boss still hasn't gotten to his third cup of coffee. He does see you, but he questions nothing as he watches you walk off the lot.
It's probably like, oh, he's having an attack. Got it.
So your boss knows.
Boss knows.
Boss knows.
It's like some of the things you have to disclose on there because of like operating heavy machinery.
Fair enough. So your boss watches as you walk off the site. You get in your car.
He tosses his phone to the passenger side seat, sits there for a moment, slams both hands into the car driver wheel, and just says, "Fuck!"
And on that, we're going to go ahead and cut away. Hey, Noir.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce your character for us and let me know what they're doing on this fine morning?
Yeah. So, Nick Anders is. I'm actually gonna take RJ's joke and turn it into a real thing. Is a instructor at the community center. He teaches kickboxing and taekwondo. And so he's probably just at the gym working out and preparing his one-on-one course on how to defend yourself against bullies.
You are doing that, and as you are, they're like see people milling about. It's the usual suspects. It's other people that work at the community center that are like prepping for their classes for after the kids get out of school. Like there's an art teacher, there are a couple teachers that do like just random physical education stuff after school. That's more of a, hey, my kid has way too much energy but doesn't have a special interest yet. Can I just shove them in your class and you have them play dodgeball or something every day? Whatever works. And so all of them are milling about, doing their thing. Some of them have also hit the gym with you this morning. Other ones have not. The art teacher, especially, Miss Datura, she is like carrying buckets of paint back and forth. You swear you've seen her carry red maybe 6 times. You cannot tell if it's the same can she's carrying back and forth or if you just have that much red paint on premises.
I think the first time she passed, he tried to ask if she needed help, but it was awkward. The second time he got a little further. The third time he's just gonna go, help me. I can help you. You need help. You need help. You don't need help. Not that you can't do it, but I can lift.
She jumps when you start with help. She truly jumps when you start with help. Like, it scares the shit out of her. You see paint splash on the floor, like spilling out of this bucket of teal, and she jumps back so she doesn't get it on her dress. It's very much an art teacher's outfit. It's like a pale yellow dress with like some splatter already at the bottom of it. It wouldn't ruin it at all if she got more on it. But she sort of looks up and goes, "Oh, Nick, I'm totally fine. These are actually my last cans, but thank you. I appreciate it."
Next time you're lifting something, you can ask for help.
Got it. Absolutely. Will.
I
I'll
don't
let you
mind.
know. And that's so sweet of you, really. I should have thought to ask when I knew I'd have to take so many trips. It's just where we moved the art room and the kids have been doing that mural outside and everything. I just had paint everywhere and I'm trying to consolidate it, get it all back in the closet because we're trying to move on to sculpture and clay, that sort of thing. Just figured it's good to have them do something with their hands, especially once they get out of school for the day. They've been pinned up and the teachers make them sit still and everything. It's good to give them something physical, but all of my kids they're not sports kids. I wasn't a sport kid either. I can't really blame them, but just
No, I get it. I'm teaching the kids pressure points, little effort for maximum pain to attackers if they need to defend themselves.
Yeah, no, totally get that. I didn't think you just like let kids hurt each other for no reason.
No,
That's
no,
not
no.
like you at all, Nick.
No,
It never
no.
has been. Not
It's about the state of mind.
Yeah.
Don't let yourself be a victim.
for sure. Totally that. For sure. I'll let you finish your workout and stuff. If you
Yeah.
need me, I'll just be down in the art room separating clay and coloring
Alright.
it. And
I'm gonna finish my set. If there's anything else heavy, I'm here. Or in my dojo.
make a probe roll for me.
Okay, let me look at the thing. Let me check 1 second. So sorry.
Oh, you're fine. We're learning our character sheets tonight. It is all good.
All right. Let's see. That converts over to.
Your probe is going to be your brains roll.
Oh. Okay. All right. That is a 19.
Perfect. What did Tommy's mom look like?
I think Nick is the kind of person that deals with his trauma by just not remembering it. So I think he's just going to remember that she had red hair.
Mm-hmm. You have a real unfortunate die for your probe roll if your coping mechanism is going to be, I'm not going to remember this. The fact that is a good die for you, that's a shame. You watch as she kind of looks at you and starts to wave goodbye. Her curly black hair turns bright red for just a second.
This is why you hydrate, Nick.
Are you okay? Do you need more water? I could run down and get you another water.
No, I live for you. Don't live for me. I mean, not that I'm not reciprocal. I just if you don't hydrate, it can lead to side effects like muscle cramps or slight hallucinations. You got to keep the machine well lubricated, and I think I may have overexerted.
Okay.
Not to flex, not saying that this workout was particularly hard. It wasn't. This is more to keep myself loose. Oh, I mean, so sculpting today.
Yeah, sculpting.
There's clay involved in that. Is the clay already where it needs to be?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They just delivered it to the art room for me when they dropped it off the other day, so it's all good. I just need to go make some slip.
You really got to be careful about where your clay is sourced. A lot of wholesalers will give you questionable material, and the government isn't really checking things as well as they should. So we might be inadvertently exposing the children to things if we don't test it ourselves. I got a guy who can look at your clay. If you want somebody to look at it.
Well, this one I think is probably good, but for the next batch, I'll definitely let you know.
All right, we got to stay vigilant, because they're out to get us.
Yeah, for sure. People are totally out to get us. Thanks so much, Nick. Oh, sorry, one last thing before I run to go make that slip. Someone left a note for you in the office, somebody named April.
That's not any pseudonym that I'm used to. April, April. What could it be?
I just really think it was her name.
Did you get a face?
No,
Did they look
it was a call.
a call? Okay.
Yeah, something about, oh God, what was it? Something about a boy named Tommy? That she was back in town and she thought you guys should catch up and that she would bring Tommy along or something.
Okay. Yeah, that's good to know. You know, it's a scary time we're living in. People are able to mimic voices with AI. That's why you don't want to be on the social medias, because you don't really know what you're agreeing to. So
Do you think that do you think she was using an AI voice thing? I mean, I don't know anyone named April. I couldn't tell you if it was her or not, whoever April is, but
no, I trust more reliable, protected forms of communication. That's why I only accept checks for the classes that I run. Everything has to be handled via, letters, so that I have writing, and I generally like to see that kind of thing in writing. You never really know especially if the call came through a cell phone. You know, I could call you as Michael Jackson tomorrow and tell you to beat it, you know. But I'm gonna go check the message. Again, it's no trouble at all for me to get my clay guide to you.
yeah, for sure. Just you can like I'll like drop by your class this afternoon or something, or you can drop by mine, or literally whatever works. It's totally fine. Thanks, Nick. The message is still on the phone in the office.
All right, yeah.
I had my secretary shift this morning, and that's when I took it. So I totally spaced on telling you because they delivered the clay and everything. And well, they delivered the clay the other day. They delivered the slip buckets today. It's semantics. But yeah, we'll talk. Don't worry about it. Just stay hydrated, okay? No more hallucinations.
And you make sure you're wearing a mask, and you drink alkaline water with a dash of lemon. That should help with the brain fog. They're putting microchips into the air that we breathe, and that's really making it hard for us to think. They want to disconnect us from our humanity.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I teach art. Stay close to your humanity.
Yeah, you know, I get it.
Yeah.
That was funny. I approve of what you just said. Now, I'm going to go. You can come by later, like you said. That
totally
would be
fine.
nice.
Yeah, I'll come check on you and the kiddos at like for your 4 o'clock class probably.
Yeah. 4 o'clock. That's the 201 into controlling aggression. So yeah, no, that'll be great. I like seeing you. I will see you. That's when I will see you. You will be there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll see you then.
Yeah, 4.
4.
Okay.
And she like ducks back out of the door and heads down the hallway.
Nailed it. Knock out the rest of his set and go to the call.
Beautiful. Love this for you. Yeah, you hit the like the sort of main little lobby area where people first come in and they check in for their classes. And inside this, it's sort of like a small room. It's got the glass so you can talk to somebody through the window and hand them your money for the classes and stuff. This place used to have a movie theater in it, and so it's essentially like a ticketing box that got shut down forever ago. But you all use the theater now for like community nights to host movies for the kids and stuff. So as you go in to the little ticketing booth, you can see on the desk there's like Miss Tatura's favorite mug, which she clearly left in here from this morning and totally forgot it's here. With some like different paperwork and stuff for different kids that have classes today, the check-in list for today, that sort of thing. And there's like it literally just looks like an office phone, like black, has the little screen on it, that sort of thing.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to try to keep very far from the square device because it radiates an energy that takes away testosterone. And then I'm gonna go and check out who called.
Yeah, there are 3 messages left on the phone from this morning. The first one is that a kid's going to be out sick from Mr. Tura's art class today. No big deal there. Another one is inquiring on the archery classes for this summer, for after the kids are out of school. You don't even remember who teaches those, quite honestly. It's like a new thing you're trying this year. You were like, I don't know if kids are going to like this, but whatever. So someone volunteered in the community to teach archery classes for the summer. And the last one is from who Miss Datura says is April. I'm going to need you to roll another probe check for me, buddy.
It's a 19 again. I'm trying to be dumb. Please let me be dumb.
You know how you were like, I forget things. That's how I cope.
Mm-hmm.
Today's a really good day for your memory, man. As you press the button for it to be on speaker and the message starts, roll suffer.
Wait, hold on. Suffer is. Let me see. 1 second. Suffer is.
That's your grit. Yep.
Okay. And my grit is D8. All right. 1 second. So sorry.
You're fine. You're delaying the inevitable, but.
I'm sorry, what?
What? What, mister? My cell phone turned into a landline? What was that?
I have so many D6s. All right. That is going to be a 4.
Hell yeah.
Okay. In the reflection of the glass, you swear you see April. Long brown hair. You haven't seen her in years, but like you saw a few pictures a couple of times of her as an adult, like all grown up. You thought it was really weird because you're like almost the same age. You're a little bit younger than she is, but like she looks like April always did. Rounder face, like naturally red cheeks, brunette hair that's probably like it's down past her shoulders for sure. Always stick straight. She never could get it to curl. But it's like you can see her in front of you speaking as she says in that voice that you remember all too well. Exactly what Miss Datura said. That she thought you all should link up while she's in town and that she'll bring Tommy with her.
Somebody thinks this is a funny joke.
As you say that out loud, the reflection of April in the glass bangs on it like she's trying to break it. Can you roll me suffer again?
Yep. Suffer. Oh, that's my grit. That is a 8.
Okay.
Wait, do dice explode?
Yes, dice explode.
9 to 11.
Okay. 11 is plenty. 11 is more than enough for you to miss as the glass shatters. None of it tends to cut you as this pane just breaks. Scattering broken glass all over the floor and the desk.
I have got to cut down on my shark adrenaline vitamins. I am radiating far too much aura. I'm just gonna pick up the glass. And I'm seeing things I should go on WebMD and see what the cause of this is.
You certainly should. And with that, we're going to leave Nick to go on WebMD. And we're going to circle around to our next person. And that's going to be Cleo. So Cleo, would you please introduce your character for us?
Hello. Abigail Addams is who we would zoom in on. And she is currently just wrapping up a lecture in what's a pretty like mid to large classroom. She's got her red laser pointer and she's referencing the large slideshow that she's put together up on the big screen. The students in front of her, the one or two that are very keen and almost trying a bit too hard are still very intent. The rest are in different states of asleep or disinterested or on their phone, and it irks her, but we're wrapping up. It's going to be on them if they fail, whatever. And I think she would just kind of have her closing remarks, and she would remind all of her students and be like, all right, your midterm is in 2 weeks. Everything that you're going to be needing for it is on the package I sent out. If you check your emails, you should be fine for your next midterm. If you don't, that's on you. Everything you need is there. Remember that prepare, bring multiple different pens and papers. Once you start, you will not be able to exit. Dismissed. And the class, does what they do, probably pretty eager and keen to get out. She goes back to the laptop, kind of starts to pack things up, and she kind of shouts out to them as they're leaving. She's like, my office hours are for the next 2 hours are my office hours. And then under her breath, she's like, not that anyone ever comes, but yeah. And I think that she would start to linger a bit to see if there are any students that have questions, hoping they will, but history proves her wrong a lot. And then probably head to her office.
You're completely right. As you say, class dismissed. The boy that sits in the back that sleeps half the time bolts like it is his job. He's not on track team, but the coach has been trying to recruit him for like 3 years because he's just over it. The rest of them trickle out, but just one after the other. And as you do start your walk down to your office, you see actually that someone's already waiting for you at your door.
She kind of straightens up. She's got her hair back in a braid. It was very unruly as a kid, and she's learned to tame it, and she often straightens it. There's not a strand out of place. She's got her blazer, and she's got a bit of a power suit or skirt going on, and so she's like, hello. Okay, early for office hours. That's a nice change. Open the door.
The student you see in front of you is definitely a freshman. A little too eager and probably like still figuring out their life in so many ways as college kids do. But she kind of like straightens out her cardigan and plays with a strap on the bag. You've never had her in class before. You're pretty sure she's not in your department at all, which she confirms pretty quickly as she sits down at the chair across from your desk. Hi, my name is Lily, and I'm a freshman in the psych department, and we have I'm in life psychology right now, which is like one of the freshman 101 classes that you have to pass to prove that you belong in the program in the first place. So I'm a little nervous because I am here to ask you if maybe I could get your help on my midterm projects.
You want my help? And she looks outside. There's no other students, and she's like, "Sure. What could I be of assistance with?"
We have to interview a professor or another staff member about their childhood, and write about it.
And her face kind of dropped as she was saying, like, "Oh, interview." She was like, "Oh, finally!" Like, huh. And then when she talks about childhood, she's like, "Well, I'm sure there's more interesting faculty to have that. I'm your run-of-the-mill academic, not much to write home about. Why was I the only one in the hallway that had my door open? Why me?"
Oh, no. Well, I'm trying not to be a kiss ass and go to one of the psychology department professors. This department is the next one over. And then out of all the professors in this wing, you seemed the most interesting because you have, like, I don't know, like, you're just really calm about everything and you never yell at anybody. And I really didn't want to get yelled at. I'm still new here and trying to figure it all out. And quite frankly, I'm scared of most authority. So you seemed like a good shot. That even if you turn me down, you wouldn't be mean about it.
You can see her kind of be like, flattery does get you somewhere. And she'd be like, okay, all right, What would you like to know?
Where did you grow up?
A small town named Crappy Creek. It's in, did we pick a state?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
That was RJ's thing, so
It flows.
it does. Crappy's Creek, Massachusetts sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yep. A small population, not much more than one post office and a road.
Cool. Did you have any siblings?
Yes, one older sister, April Addams, and then she kind of like pauses because April would probably, her name, like if this girl knew anything about sports, it might be like a, oh shit, kind of moment, and she just kind of braces for it. She's like, yep.
I'm actually going to roll for that to see
Okay,
if
yeah.
who your sister is. I've heard that name, but it's not coming to me. Does she like do something in town? Is she a professor here or something?
No, gosh, she's not a professor. No, she's not cut out for that. No, she's one of the sports folk. She's quite prolific in lacrosse. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
lacrosse. I mean, like I know like a couple girls on the lacrosse team. They'd probably know who she was like way better than me. But that's cool that she does lacrosse and stuff. So were you both sporty, or was it just her?
She got, how do I put this kindly? She was more of the brawn. I got more of the brains. She kind of gestures behind. There's like a bunch of certificates and awards that she's won for her work in the field. She's kind of, yeah. So no, not too similar.
As she looks up and she starts to scan over all of the diplomas and the awards and the certifications and all of those things, you see the wall behind her change. Normally it has like a couple of bookshelves, some art of like famous moments in history that you teach about a lot in class. Some of them are gifts from students who have graduated. Some of them were like recognitions from faculty in the school, things like that. But now over top of all of it, it just says shittiest sister ever.
She does like a double take and like takes her glasses off and like looks back again like is it still there? Is this real?
Oh, it's still there.
Oh,
Can you roll suffer for me?
indeed.
I'd love.
Okay. I believe I have a d20 for that.
Oh, you might get out of this.
Okay. Yes. Well, that is, oh dear, a 9 plus 1 is a 10.
Yeah, a 10's fine. As you see that, you adjust your glasses, you squint, you blink at it, and for a few minutes it stays there until it sort of all melts back into the paintings and the wall paint that was there, and it's like it never said anything in the first place.
She did the breathing exercises that her therapist taught her. Like,
I'm so glad multiple of you go to therapy. This is great. This is good for you. Yeah, really impressive. So many degrees and diplomas and things. I'm really only looking to get to, I just want to do my bachelor's and then my master's, I think. I'm not really looking to be a psychiatrist, more like a therapist. You only need a master's for that anyway.
well, you say the PhD is the new master's, they say. Do more.
Yeah, like maybe I could sorta if I feel like it, then it'll like be a while till we get there. I've got like 4 years of undergrad and then like 4 years of master's, so we'll see if I feel like doing 10 by then. One last question, and then I think I'm good because it's only like a 2-page paper. What's your favorite memory from your childhood?
And she'll kind of ponder for a while. Well, like I said, it was nothing to write home about. I don't know. I think there was a snow day. I'm Canadian. Does it snow in Massachusetts? Massachusetts. Sorry, I can't even say the word.
Yes.
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 Question mark?
I'm pretty sure it does.
Yeah, I was
say
gonna go with
it
yes.
did.
Florida got snow in the past couple days with all these
Yeah.
temperatures. Massachusetts can certainly get snow.
Cool. Excellent. Sorry, yeah. So, yeah, we had a snow day, and instead of my parents making us go in regardless, my sister, myself, and a few kids around town went out and we went sledding for one of the first times. And we ended up stealing the lids off of almost all the garbage cans in town. We didn't replace any of them, and I don't think it was ever actually tracked back to us, but that was a good day.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Thanks again, Professor Addams, for doing this. I really appreciate it. I just they want it in a couple days, and they literally just gave us the assignment 20 minutes ago, so I just thought I'd rush down here and get it done.
Well, good on you for taking initiative, and I do think you should consider a PhD. I mean, a bright young woman like yourself, you know, invest in yourself, make it worth it.
Thanks. Yeah, I'll definitely think about it. And if I have questions about a PhD, I'll come straight to you. But have a good day, Professor. And she'll like sling her bag over her shoulder and start to walk out. And you swear that she didn't touch the doorknob? You're pretty sure she meant to leave it open, but the minute she walks out, the door slams shut.
She's like, that was rude. And I think she would kind of straighten things up. She's a little perturbed by that, but that there's always a rational explanation. The window's probably open. There's a cross breeze, because that's important to have. And she checks to see if the window is open or not. And
yeah, that window's shut.
Has a bit of a moment. And then goes... she probably stands up to start kind of dusting off some stuff, something that she does regularly to fill the time for these office hours, and she'll kind of like go over to the door and just make sure nothing's broken if it was like a solid slam.
Is your door one of those doors that has a little window that looks out into the hallway?
Yeah.
It's so odd that the hallway's not there anymore.
What is there?
Funnily enough, a snow day.
I think she would like crack the door open. And like
as you do, a giant gust of freezing wind hits you in the face.
And I think she would take she'd be doing like the breathing exercises. She's doing like the self-centering things that she's trying to, but like the cold wind is still there, and she immediately starts to kind of like chatter and jitter. And she tries to like put her hand out and see if it's any snow coming, or try and touch something to kind of ground herself and like find the hallway. She's gonna try and reach through and touch it.
As much as you try, you can't find the hallway. You can find snow. Lots and lots and lots of snow. Probably the same amount of snow that happened on that one snow day.
Yeah, she's gonna like scoop up some snow, like pack it into a snowball, is like feeling this in her hands. And then there's like the split urge to throw it, but then she immediately just drops it, turns into her office, and slams the door back shut.
As you try to get yourself back into your office, slamming the door shut, something's changed here.
In the office?
Yeah, in your office. There's an envelope on the desk now, very specifically. It's got your name on it.
Oh. Is it Abigail or is it Abby written?
It's Abby.
Ah! Yeah, okay, like having the door firmly shut behind me, hopefully like batting off the chill just a little bit. I go back in and I'm like, maybe Lily left it. Okay, what is this? And then she'll like observe it, and then she'll use a letter opener, and then she'll open it.
As you get that letter opener, can you make me a probe roll really quick?
Yes. And that one.
Your DC's low. It's like 4.
Okay. 1d12. 7 plus 1, 8.
Cool. That's your sister's handwriting.
Like, I'm picturing it like with like the eyes have little hearts, like that like yeah. She's like, okay, that's weird. And she kind of like actually sighs about it, like, oh, April being April, and then she'll pop it open and read it.
All it says is, I need you to come home. And there's some sort of substance on it.
What is the... She'll kind of like... Immediately she's like, oh my god, anthrax. But then she'll grab it and she'll like kind of investigate the substance.
It's sticky.
Oh.
And red.
Oh!
Mm. If you want to, you can make a roll about it. But...
Sure. I mean,
some things are best left to imagination, but I'll leave that to you.
I think at this point, yeah, she'd just be like, oh my god, she's playing this weird prank on me. This is, oh, okay, but to come home, and then, like, her anxiety kind of kicks in, and kind of all the thoughts from childhood and, like, anxiousness is there, and she's like, she actually takes it more seriously, even though it's an annoying prank to her right now, because that's obviously the explanation. I think she would just kind of put it down. She would bring out... She's like a Blackberry bitch, I think. And she would... she would go through her call logs, and she would see, like, missed calls from April and probably her parents. Things that she was, just busy lecturing, or maybe she had something big going on, so maybe she was going to call them back later. She just kind of feels like a pit. And... I think she would, almost without admitting it to herself, she would start to casually, like, search for flights back to Massachusetts. I'm not saying that right. I fucking know I'm not. But, yeah, she would start looking for flights, and she would center herself, and she would check out the door again to see if the hallway has returned.
Yeah, hallway's back.
Must be dehydrated.
And as you start to scroll for flights, looking through, do you book one?
I think she does, and I think it's, I don't know if she's lucky enough to have a sale, but she books one for, like, the next few days. And she doesn't know why she's possessed to do this, but, like, they haven't spoken in a while for a letter to come through. It's just weird at that point, want to call her out on it.
You book your flight home. And that leads us to our very last person. Hi, Emily.
No, I unsubscribed. See ya. Peace out. I should have stayed offline.
I haven't done anything that bad yet, have I?
Nah, it's fine. I'm excited.
Could you please introduce your character for us?
So, my character is Charlie Halloway. She is a woman of 38. Not mature yet. She kind of has like a rusty sort of like auburn sort of hair that she keeps up in a really scruffy sort of like bun or ponytail or whatever, just getting it away from her face. Big round glasses, a style that she's had since she was a kid, and nothing better suits her face than oversized round glasses. And we see her coming, just her front door slamming open, her with a giant backpack and sort of just traveling clothes, stepping in. She closes it with her foot and just falls onto her couch, fully just clad. And there's like letters, there's papers, there's just shit all over the place. A really scruffy sort of like, I'm gonna say, does a bedsit or like a studio apartment? That's probably what you guys know that as. So it's just like very kind of like open plan, small-ish kind of studio apartment where she lives.
Where did you just come back from with that giant backpack of yours?
Oh, she has been... Where was she this time? I think Borneo. again. She likes being with the orangutans. That's quite interesting for her. She travels the world a lot for her work. She is absolutely obsessed with the natural world, and one of her missions in life is finding new species. Studied biology ever since she was a kid. She was fascinated with nature, did nature photography for a while, and that's still a big passion for her. But she's always being called away on sort of expeditions and scientific sort of research, conservation. She's like barely at home. You'll see like bits of takeaway containers that have been there for months that are just there, and she'll deal with them at some point when she remembers. It's fine. Right now, she's just exhausted from another like 24-hour plane trip, and she's just, I don't want to talk to anybody. Just like face in pillow.
As you put your face in your pillow, your cell phone dings for the first time, like an alert of some sort.
Yeah, fuck off. Rummage around to pull it out, and blearily, like, glasses askew, like looking at the screen.
You have two things come in simultaneously. Really, it's like 20 something, but you're only seeing the last two because you're not doing fuck shit right now with this phone. Everybody else can just like bite it for a little bit while you get some rest. But the last two things to come in, one is a text message from April Addams that she is back in Crappie's Creek for a weekend and was hoping you'd be around. The other is something not only you get, but all four of you get.
Oh.
A news article. One of those alerts that come up in the like just random news app that they've already put on your phone. That's from some outlet, one that's like medium size probably. The headline is lacrosse star missing after a flight back to her hometown in Massachusetts. You open the article and it details how April was supposed to go home to Crappie Creek because as it's becoming a tourist town now, or so you've heard, they'll do basically anything to attract attention. And they wanted to do like a little Hall of Fame thing in your all's high school. Put up a picture of April and everything. She was supposed to be there for the ceremony, but after she got off the plane, no one could find her. She checked in California where she was for a like big tournament thing, checked in to get on the plane, but then no one could find her once she was supposedly off.
I think a couple of things happen. Firstly, sort of like on her side, and just looking at this phone, she's just, oh, fuck, whatever. And then she'll look at the next one. And then before she realizes it, she's sitting up and she's just sort of going through this news article. And then she goes back to the other message. And what's the date discrepancy on when she went missing versus when this text message came through?
Literally 5 minutes apart.
So according to the news article, she's already missing.
Mm-hmm.
And yet she sent me this message.
Mm-hmm.
I think logically, Charlie's brain is like, oh, it must have just come through because I've been away, right? It must have, like, the messaging just must be out of order. Then I'm like, wait, who sent the article? What's the sender for the article? Is that April as well?
No, it's just the random news app on your phone that like every once in a while gives you an alert for a story.
I think she's just going to message Abigail. If Abigail's like number is still the same, she's just gonna text, just be like, like, are you good? Is your sister good? Like, what's happening? I'm like, she's texting me, but then there's this article. Is it the same person? Like, what the fuck's happening?
Okay. Would Abigail know? Like, would I be on the plane already? Like, when does this come out?
This is this news article. You get that maybe an hour after you've booked your flight.
Okay. Ooh, okay. And then, yeah, so I already feel like I've seen a ghost. And then I get a text from Charlie. And I'm like, another ghost, what the fuck?
Yep.
Essentially.
And, like, she'll text you back, and I feel like she's using all the abbreviated, like, the most efficient form of text.
Yeah, and she's just gonna keep on, like, you up? What's happening? Text me back. Like, just like, beep, 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 beep.
And I think she's just like, or maybe, honestly, I feel like maybe she hadn't opened the, Abigail hadn't opened the text alert because she was, like, doing something. So your text is how she finds out, like, yeah, what about April? She went back home? What's wrong?
And I'll just, like, link to the thing, but, like, she apparently didn't.
And then this is when it hits her, and she'll be like, I'm going to Shitty Creek. Or not Shitty Creek.
I mean, yeah.
Maybe that's what they call it. She's like, yeah, like, little to no information on my end. I'm heading back. I don't know what's up. Thank you for letting me know.
I'd just be like, shit, sorry, thought you knew. And without doing anything, she's just gonna shove her phone back in her pocket, leave the house, walk down the stairs from her apartment, get in her car, and drive. Luckily, she's in Boston to Crappie's Creek. She's gonna get in the car.
As you get in the car and the GPS is turned on to kind of give you the best directions back, can you give me a probe roll?
Ooh. D12. That is a 5. I'm doing great. I'm tired, obviously.
You're tired. The sound of the GPS is a little different. The voice that talks to you, you could have sworn you had one of the ones with like an accent or like a cool voice, but this one sounds.
I had this set to Stephen Fry. What's happening?
Yeah, this is definitely not Stephen Fry. This is a voice that sounds pretty familiar. And as you're driving your car, can you give me a suffer roll?
Ooh, that's gonna be a nat 1. Yeah, we love it. Oh no, I get a +1, so 2.
Okay, 2.
So much better.
It's just still so unfortunate. As you're driving and this GPS is talking to you, it's starting to give you weird directions. You're like, I swear I should have turned right there, but it definitely told you left. And as you get closer and closer and closer to Crappie's Creek, you've been driving maybe 30 minutes at this point. It finally starts to settle in who the voice is, but only because she appears in your passenger seat. Oh, hey, Charlie, what's up? Been a bit.
I shouldn't drive with my eyes closed. Okay, I'm obviously just very, very tired. Ooh, okay, just gonna keep on not looking.
You didn't even miss me that much, Charles? That's rude.
Without even like skipping a beat, she's like, don't call me Charles. Just because like that's always what she said afterwards. Don't call me Charles.
So you really haven't missed me that much. That's sad.
Whatever you are, sleep paralysis demon, get the fuck out of my side passenger seat. Just, I'm busy.
No, I wish I was a demon. If I was a demon, what happened to me probably wouldn't have.
Just gonna take a little side glance just to see if she's still there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is she looking normal?
Yeah, she looks normal. I mean, she looks like the adult version. Like you've seen a couple pictures. When's the last time you saw her in person?
Probably not for a really long time. Maybe when they were like teenagers, like before I went to college.
Yeah. So she looks like the couple pictures you've seen online.
Okay. Well, I guess this is going to be a drive. And I guess you're keeping me company on this drive. Now.
Only for a little bit. I can't be here for very long.
So, why are you here in my passenger seat right now, paralysis demon?
Oh, I needed to come give you a job.
Okay. And what is this job?
A little bit of a reunion of sorts.
I gathered that by the freaky text message that I got. What reunion? What are you talking about?
I need you to get the band back together.
Okay, I'm definitely dreaming because this is a really bad start to like an Ocean's 14 or something. Like, what is happening?
Oh, you're right. I probably did phrase that weird. Anyways, obviously not me and Tommy. We're a little preoccupied at the moment. Or at least I am. Still don't really know about Tommy, but I guess none of us ever did, huh?
Yeah. She's just gonna reach over and just like turn on the radio and just like blast it up. Like whatever is on, fucking Flight of the Valkyries or some shit just comes on, classical. Like, whatever is on the radio.
Roll
just
suffer
to
for me
drown
again.
her out.
Yeah, roll suffer again.
I was gonna say just mean my shadow starts playing.
Yeah. Just don't fear the Reaper, and I'm like, fuck. It's not what I want to listen to right now. Oh, there we go. Yay! I got an 11. Ooh. Oh, that means I can wait. That means I can keep going because it exploded.
Yeah,
huh?
it exploded.
Woo. So 14.
All right.
14 in total.
A 14 will save you from losing control of the steering wheel.
Thank God.
But she does take control of the radio and turn it back down. And now her voice comes through the radio instead of your music. So when you try to drown her out with music again, it certainly won't work. I said a job, Charles.
I mean, as Sphinx says in the chat, does it pay? Like, this is I'm not. Do you think I'm made of money?
You get to live? How about that one?
Okay, so apparently I have to reunite the gang, and then what?
Come find me. Well, sorry. Come find April as it shifts into shadow and disappears.
Just gonna kind of put the blinker on and just pull over really slowly. Just stop the car on the side of the road. Fully turn over to make sure that she's not there.
Yeah, she's not there. Your passenger seat is empty.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna take a nap. And she, with that, she just pulls her seat right back and just goes to sleep on the side of the road. She's like, no, I'm just, yep.
Love that for you. With that, we're going to go ahead and take our halfway through break. That's a 10-minute break for everybody to grab snacks, grab a drink, theorize in chat about what the hell is happening to these four. Because when we come back, everybody will be in Crappy's Creek all together again. and we'll get to see it for the first time in all these years. So,
Yay!
with that, go get yourself a snack. We'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. See you then. Hi, everybody. We're back.
Yay!
Hope you all had a fun break. We certainly did. We sat here and chatted. And right before I hit the button, I had a really fun idea that I think we're going to go with. Yeah, we're going to go with it. All right. Back to the grind. Hey, Benji. Gonna need you to start with a roll.
Yes.
Oh,
We're gonna go with a strive roll in particular.
Oh dear, dearie me.
Your DC is 7.
Yes. I just need the... Where? Oh. I was looking for the server, sorry. Strive is brawn. Now
Yep.
I'm regretting switching my bronze stat.
You were like, I'm playing honest here, and I was
I'm
like,
playing...
all
I
right,
should not. From now on, I'm playing dirty.
Only ever lie.
Only ever lie. My dice didn't fall on the floor behind my chair.
Certainly not. That couldn't have happened.
It is a 6.
A 6. I'm gonna give you our first opportunity of the game, RJ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell you what this is for either, so you can use your best judgment.
Okay.
Would you like to fail and take an adversity token? A reminder to all of you, you started this game with 3. So you would have 4. Or if you think that I would already throw you into something that's this important, which I may or may not have, you don't know, you can take the very first monstrous trait of the game. And to explain monstrous traits to our audience, it's a very special mechanic in Monsters Within that normally in Kids on Bikes, if you fail, you take an adversity token. Adversity tokens are exchanged 1 for 1. When you need to reach success, you can cash in adversity tokens in order to do so. You can also cash them in for other people. That gets a little more complicated with exchange rates, but you can. That's a choice you can make. In Monsters Within, you also have one other way to reach your DC if you fail a roll, and it's that you can take a monstrous trait. We have a list of them. They do not contain descriptions. They only contain names, and then they have like a penalty or reward or whatever that goes along with it. If they take this monstrous trait, they can only get rid of them with adversity tokens or a couple other mechanics that we'll get to, like an anchor, a grudge, and a shadow. Those are also other things that are in the Monstrous Traits book that give other people adversity tokens, help take down your monsters levels, things like that. But it changes them in some way, and they have to keep that until they get rid of it. So I will give you the choice, RJ. Would you like an adversity token, or would you like to take a monstrous trait?
Hello, my name is RJ. I play a lot of Balatro, and I like to go all in blackjack and poker.
I love this for you. Which one would you like to take?
Ooh, I think I'm go. I think I'm gonna go with. Oh no, the power gamer in me. Lust for shiny things.
I love this. Can you please describe to me what part of your life sort of influenced this part of monstrous traits to live somewhere inside you, and what change happens as Nick spots you down the hallway at the rec center while this is happening?
It started off innocently enough. It was every time that the kids would go to the pizza saloon and play at the arcade there, Benji would take a token home with him to remind him of the time that they spent there. And pretty soon there would be a small treasure chest of arcade tokens. And sometimes he cleans them and they just shine. And as Nick sees Benji down the hallway, he is reclined in one of those really crappy, like, built for second grader seats. And he has this gold keychain out, and he is spinning it between his fingers. Nick knows that this is the saloon keychain that he had won for Benji. There's a unlit cigarette in Benjamin's mouth. He does not smoke in the youth sector.
Correct. We cannot smoke around the children. I'm glad you used that. Maybe that new affinity for shiny things is what helps you look up and kind of get yourself out of that chair just in time before one of the fluorescent lights above your head crashes down and certainly would have hit you.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, are you all right?
Yeah. Is the rec center
Nah.
all right? Do we need like funding in here or something? How are the youths?
Well,
Nick?
yeah.
How are the youths?
Yeah. You gotta stop calling them that. It ages you, and in turn ages me as well. And I'm working very hard on keeping my youth as the waves coming off of cell phones, smart ones in particular, Apple, they're key into this conspiracy. It's draining our youth and turning it into energy for the billionaires.
I have not missed.
Some
you.
youth for fly, yeah. Oh, well, you know, I've always appreciated you telling me like it is.
He'll walk
Hey,
up.
did you
and,
get a
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He'll walk up and do a
No.
dap to Nick.
It's got to be mad elaborate. Like,
Oh,
it's gonna
yeah.
take at least 4
There has to be like
Mississippi
the
Crust
one, like one of
finishes.
these in there somewhere.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't get any kind of weird messages.
I was
did
about to
you?
ask you the same thing.
So I guess that answers both our questions.
Yeah. Honestly,
about,
don't take it too personally, but my therapist is on vacation, and you were like the second person in my emergency contacts.
you gotta be careful about that whole therapy thing, but I'm not getting into this again. We're not, you know, you can make your mistakes, but I'm glad you came. You know, I still have some adult classes if you want to sign up.
You know, if I could pry myself away from work, I definitely would.
What's the point of all that working if you never get the chance to live?
If I keep myself moving, the dark thoughts can't catch up with me.
You have to just choose not to let them have space in your mind. You know, I haven't thought about, you know, in a long time. So, yeah. You think somebody's fucking with us?
I was about to ask you if you could get in touch with one of your hacker friends, the hacktivist people you were with.
Oh yeah, the White Hat Brigade. Yeah, most of them are a little busy this weekend.
Yeah. All right. Could there be a?
You think anybody else?
Oh, I was gonna say like a TV
Got
that
the
shows like the
message.
news article of April
Oh, yeah.
disappearing.
Yeah, there's a like small TV over in the corner of the lobby, the opposite corner of where the light fell. And as Darwin, who is like this short little like teenager, he's like from the local high school here, but because of like he just likes to skip school sometimes, but he doesn't do what other kids do. He skips school to go to the rec center to help out. It's like really weird, and the adults here don't know how to really discipline him when he's like helping the community when he skips school. It's not like he's like trying to go steal something or crash a car. He like comes here and cleans up and stuff. And so this like little scrawny guy with like big glasses and red hair that's sort of like scruffy comes out with like a broom and dustpan and stuff. And he's cleaning up all the glass from earlier where the ticketing booth happened. And kind of just looks over to the light where it's crashed and doesn't really say anything else. He just starts to sweep over there too. And when he realizes the room is way too quiet and he can hear a conversation, and that's very uncomfortable for him, he takes the remote from underneath the desk in the ticketing booth and turns on the TV in the lobby, and it flashes like a bunch of pictures of April from growing up, and there's even one of the 6 of you all together from when you were kids.
There is a hand that just goes under Nick's chin, turns it to the TV, and then up slightly.
Nah. You smell different. You change your aftershave.
Just a side eye. You know the shot in the movie.
Nah, it's nice. Yeah, that stuff you were using before, I could smell the artificial ingredients to it.
Cool. I call this one
Smell like
motor oil
poison.
and sweat.
Oh, it's natural. Oh, look at that. Look at us.
There is 2 squeaks on the floor as Benji just steps to the side a little bit.
Wait, you don't think the others got messages too, do you?
Well,
I don't need that kind of energy in my life right now.
Benji just takes his phone out. He's going to... I don't know, would Abby and Charlie give him, would he have their numbers? Well, no, because he would have Abby's number because she called him at one point for Tommy's anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you at the very least have Abby's. I'll leave it up to you whether you have Charlie's or not.
Mm-hmm. Start a group text.
I mean, I don't think Charlie would have changed her number. Like, it's too much work. Like, so probably the same number as forever ago.
So 2 texts get sent out. One to Abby, "Hey, did you see the news? Are you okay?" And then to Charlie, "Hey, I hope this is still your number. It's Benji. Did you see the news?"
I'll let Cleo respond first. Go on.
Yeah, I think depending on time, she might be in the plane at the moment, but maybe she's didn't turn it on airplane mode and still got it, and she's kind of been like really just anxiously like picking at her fingers about everything, like not coming to terms with her sister actually going missing. Like, this has got to be some elaborate thing. There's got to be some good explanation for this. Like, maybe she just, I don't know. I think the message from Benji is immediately comforting, and then she gets almost like a little annoyed at it. Like, "Hi Benji. Yes, I am good. I am on my way to Crappy Creek. Are you still there?"
Wait. Who you texting? And you gotta downgrade your phone, man. Those things are poison.
This was provided to me by work.
Why do you think does your work give you anything for free? Think about it.
I'm texting Abby and Charlie.
You have their number?
You don't?
I mean, yeah, I have it.
Oh, man.
You know that thing where someone just starts hitting you, but it's very light? It doesn't really hurt. It's just, why would you play like that? It's serious.
I think as you're doing that, like, you'll
Really,
get
I
Charlie's...
Okay.
You'll get Charlie's message, just like, driving at, and then just like a whole bunch of like stuff, and then you hear, gunk, like a car like coming up and like hitting something just outside the building, and there's just Charlie's Subaru just like up on the curb. probably hit a post box. It's fine.
Well, there's Charlie.
Really, I can slide you into one of my classes. I know you were just playing, but your form is terrible.
How's next Saturday?
Yeah, I got you.
The
I'll
boys
give you
will head out to the
family
Subaru.
discount. Friends and family, baby.
To Abby. Yes, I'm still in town. Just met up with Nick and Charlie. Do you need a pickup from the train station? ?
She'd respond like, landing now. Oh, that would be perfect. Thank you.
She spells everything else out, but then just leaves the you at you.
Also, there's probably a rash of spelling mistakes in these text messages, which is why she uses the abbreviated terms, because there's just less to fuck up.
Oh, you text like a stenographer.
Yeah.
Hate that.
Charlie, you still alive?
She just sort of stumbles out the car, a little bit more disheveled than usual. I think that's fine. I don't need to repark. I think that's fine. I'm sorry, I haven't slept in about 73 hours. What the fuck is happening?
Benji just walks over to his car,
straight to the point.
opens the door, pulls out a monster, hands it to Charlie.
Oh, come on.
Oh, right. You have a thing against processed.
Yeah, you might as well just eat a bullet at this point. That's 10 years of your life. I hope it was worth it.
Listen, right now I feel like just dying. So whatever happens, happens. All right.
Oh, man.
It's fine.
You know what's infinitely funny? I would have offered to let you sleep in the back of the car while we go pick up Abby.
Wait, we're...
Is she here? Is
They're
she?
coming.
is
Do
she-
they...
Unless, y'all want to go somewhere else.
Does somewhere else have a bed?
I'll toss my apartment
I
keys to Nick and Charlie.
Perfect. So while
I'm still down by the family. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, so is the plan
Oh, no, go
Nick and Charlie go to the apartment and Benji goes to pick up Abby?
Oh.
I'm down. Yes, that's the plan.
I'm happy with this.
I really am happy with this too. I'm really
Saw
happy
that
with
look.
this too, and it's because this is our first sign of division in the group. So I am gonna roll the dice.
Oh. That's a thing?
Oh
Mhm.
no.
That's a mechanic?
Oh no, it's not a mechanic. It's a Mallory mechanic.
You mean splitting the party has consequences?
Of our own actions?
It has enough consequences that I would say, hey RJ,
Ugh. Hi.
I think you and I get to have the first one-on-one of the whole campaign, buddy.
Oh, yay!
Let's go over here. Let's just go over here. Hi RJ.
Hey, Mallory. How's it going?
Just the two of us. How lovely. We now come to the fuck around and find out stage of the thing where you said, yeah, I'll go alone to pick her up. How are you getting there? Is your car is here, yes?
Yes.
You want to take your car?
Sure.
That's perfect. We'll take your car. As you get in your car, roll me probe.
Why must I be so dumb?
I don't know what to tell you, man. You should really get the die that Nick has because he apparently doesn't want to remember a damn thing, and he's got the highest probe roll of all of
He
you.
has a 20 on
He
that.
sure does.
Ooh, explodes.
Wonderful.
No, 7.
as you pull out of the parking lot, you get on your way. You know these roads. You've lived here again for 5 years after you left for a little bit, but grew up here. You don't need a GPS to get to the nearest airport. It's like 30 minutes away. It's not a big deal. But as you take a left turn, where you're like, this is where I get back to the main road, and then I'll drive on here for about 10 minutes, take the exit, whatever. You take the left and you're back at the community center.
Is Nick and Charlie still there?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you've only been driving like 10 minutes. They're standing out by the car. Talking,
Umbrella
probably, like, getting ready
Academy
to get in.
cars passing each other meme.
Thank you for knowing where I was going with that. Yes.
He'll try driving away again.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Okay. I'm just a pig in New Guinea. 15.
Okay. You drive about 15 minutes. And you really think you're going to get it this time. You really do. You're like, great. Back to where I make this left on in the main road, drive 10 minutes on the main road, take the exit, head toward the airport. But the left takes you back to the community center.
Full brake, double foot on the pedal. Leans over the center console, rolls down the window to Nick and Charlie. Did I just pass by here again?
Hold on. We gotta go back to the main screen now.
Oh,
that we're
right.
gonna have conversation. 1 second, please, everybody. I got real into the one-on-one and totally forgot I'm gonna have to change that back. Here we all are again. One big happy haunted family. Yay.
Yeah, this is what happens when you drink those monsters all the time. It starts to have an effect on your cognitive abilities, and you drive in circles and you don't know where you are anymore. I hope the energy's worth it, though.
Point of clarification for you two. Benji just drove out of the parking lot and drove up to you. He never drove away.
Oh. You know what? Maybe I
Like
should try.
cactus water with some pineapple juice. You need a detox. You got to get all those toxins out of your body.
That's what my liver is for.
You got to treat it right.
If I need to detox, there's something seriously wrong with my liver.
Yeah, well, I got a Brita, but I don't shit in the water. You got to help it out.
Yes. Charlie is just full on just thrown the rest of the monster behind her. Like, no, I'm not drinking this anymore.
You know, it has also been quite some time
here.
since I last slept. Maybe someone else should drive.
I'll drive.
No.
No, not you. I will drive. All right, but I'm not driving whatever the hell you're driving. What is that? No, I'm driving Old Reliable, and he's got his same car from high school.
Yeah.
It is a 1966 Mustang that he calls Hi-Ho Silver, because he didn't understand that the horse's name was Silver. He thought the name of the horse was Hi-Ho Silver. So that's his car. Yeah.
Perfect.
Get in. It's a tight squeeze.
Charlie just in like the tiny back seat with the, I'm assuming it's like with the front seats kind of fold forward kind of thing. Yeah, just squash it back.
Yep. Yeah, just scoot on in there.
You okay back there? Do you wanna?
I'm fine. And she's like shoving her giant backpack somewhere next to her. It's like, it'll be fine.
Nick will attempt to go. He never asked where Abby was. He's just going to the airport, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you start to head out toward the airport. Can I have a probe roll, please?
Yeah. Probe. Okie dokie. That's the D20 again. That's a 16.
Okay. On a 16, Benji, you watch as Nick drives, follows all the same paths you did, gets to that left turn. You brace yourself. Nick, what happened on this corner in your childhood that Benji refuses to remember, but you somehow still do?
Happened in general or happened to Benji?
I'm gonna say Benji was at least there. If it didn't happen directly to Benji, but I leave what happened to you.
I think this is where kids from the rival town came and beat up our popular kid.
Your popular kid Benji?
Popular. I wanna
Yeah.
be popular.
Popular. Yeah, I think you got jumped.
I will agree with this.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say that's exactly what happened then. It was almost, probably about 28 years ago. Not too long after Tommy went missing. And you swear that you can even see those little shit-faced kids standing on that corner for one split second. And when the biggest of them all pulls back an arm to throw a punch to somebody that he's blocking your view of, the minute that his fist would have landed, it's like it all goes away. And you continue on your drive.
Okay. Hey, Benji, remember you got your ass kicked on that corner? It's just they were playing Whoop That Trick on an iPod Nano. It was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life.
In the rearview mirror, Charlie can see that Benji is silent, but a very uncomfortable. This is the face of a man who definitely remembers, but doesn't talk about it. Or refuses to talk about it.
Oh, that was funny. You made a funny. You went down. You made a funny noise. It sounded like a pig speaking French.
Weren't they talking about that in school for like 3 months? Like,
You know, I could just
yeah,
walk.
yeah,
That'd be fine.
No, it's no, it's okay. It's okay. You know. Here, I'm. Let's put on some music that'll make you feel better. I don't know what. I don't know what.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
No, it's even worse than that. I wish it was that. He's full on playing Limp Bizkit. Unironically, just hot dog flavored chocolate water, like it's just the great stuff right now. It helps me get centered.
so funny.
As the Limp Bizkit plays on the radio, you all are headed toward the airport. You stay on the main road for a bit, take the exit that you know takes you out towards the airport. And as you're pulling in, this place isn't huge. Krabby's Creek, let's make this very clear, does not have its own airport. It's the closest one is in the next town over. And it's still a pretty small one. There's only a few gates, not too much comes in and out of here every day. But when you pull in there, you probably have maybe 5 minutes until Cleo's plane is supposed to land. Or Cleo, until Abby's plane is supposed to land. And as you all pull in to the parking lot, so you can kind of wait it out, all of you can give me suffer. Yeah, it's gonna be suffer.
I mean, yes, we are, but what roll are we making?
I got an 8.
Okay.
Well, you don't like the biscuit?
Yes, that's absolutely what I'm asking you to roll suffer for, is the fact that you've been listening to Limp Bizkit for this long. That is absolutely what's happening.
Not down with the
No.
durst?
I will get faster at this, I swear.
We're rolling suffer, right?
Yes, you're rolling suffer.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 7 again.
All right.
15 for Benji.
Ooh.
You think you're better than me?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm better at suffering than you.
Yep.
all of you pass, but Benji much better than the other two. Charlie's very much still sleep deprived, so it's no shock, I guess, when you're looking at all of the signs on the side of the airport, and there are those screens that will change, like letting you know which plane is landing where. It's like, this set of doors is for United, this set of doors is for Delta, and all of those. For just a second, you could swear one of them says cabinet. And you blink and you rub your eyes and you're like, no, that does say cabinet.
What's the terminal? What's the arrival time? Is it the same time as Abby's?
Look at you go, Benji, using your noggin. Absolutely, it's the same time as Abby's. And it's the third one, for the record. The one that you're pretty sure that Abby's supposed to come out.
This D6 is going on overdrive, baby.
Mm.
He'll elbow Nick
So I never. Okay.
and point
Yeah.
to the signboard. Does that
Oh,
look
okay.
weird to you?
I mean, I think that there are hidden messages in most of the logos of the top companies in the world. I think they're trying to tell us something subliminally. Like, if you look, have you ever seen the cover of Aladdin?
Benji
There's
takes
penises
Nick
on
by
it.
the chin, turns his head where it says cabinet.
What kind of motor oil are you using? Oh no! What does that say to me?
That still says cabinet. You all see cabinet.
Yeah, it says cabinet. I'm not familiar with Cabinet Airlines. That's a cabinets don't fly.
Let me be so very clear with you. When I say it says cabinet, it says CAABNT.
Cabinet.
Cabinet.
Oh wait,
What you all decided meant cabinet yesterday.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just feel
Yeah.
like this is just a Nick thing.
See, this is why you don't give them your data, because they'll start trademarking things that are just between you and friends.
I'm still dreaming, right? I crashed, and this is hell. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can sleep through all of this.
I'm not a good person.
Well, here, one second.
Benji just walked to.
Can I drive by one?
Okay,
Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we drive to like one of the, you know how they move people along in the airlines and whatnot? He's just gonna roll down his window and just go, "What's cabinet? What airlines is that?"
It's just this random guy that was walking out the airport. He's carrying, one of those small rolling suitcases. He's in a sweatshirt and sweatpants. He looks like he just woke up maybe 10 minutes ago.
Me and you, buddy.
Bedhead everywhere, like biggest of bags under the eyes. He looks back at the sign you're pointing to and goes, "Cabinet?"
Yeah, it's this cabinet. It's spelled weird, but that's what we call it. Like, I haven't heard. It's because they got our data, but I want to know, like, what do you know about them? Are they using the Boeing 730 Maxes? Because those we all know. The whistleblower. You understand what I'm talking about.
He just sort of slowly nods. I think you may need to go get your eyes checked, my guy. That sign's just glitched out. It doesn't say anything on it. There's that little out of order sign right underneath it.
Hey, who asked you anyway? I shout from like the back.
This
my body's
guy
a fucking temple.
said
Don't tell me about my fucking eyes.
He's selling a thing. I mean, like, I didn't mean to offend you. I was just like, I haven't gotten a lot of sleep. I was next to a screaming kid for the past 7.5 hours. And so I like put in my AirPods and I drowned everything out, but I do still think I had dreams about that screaming kid. So like, it wasn't good sleep. I'm sorry if I offended you.
I didn't
It's just
ask
out
you a
of
life
order.
story. Move along. Move
Nah.
along. Ask the other guy. Ask the
And
other guy.
AirPods are how they put the 5Gs in you. You just letting them do that to you. Talking about my eyes. What about your brain? Dork.
Full on arguing with people outside the car.
He like legitimately started to walk away the minute you said they put 5Gs in you. This man was like, and I'm out. Is this worse than the screaming child I was next to? There's a good chance it is.
This man probably took a red-eye flight.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's over this. He's like, I'm actually done.
All right. So, first order of business when we all settle down, maybe a nap.
Yeah.
I have a very strict rest schedule. I can't deviate from it, or else my immune system will become compromised to all the sabotage that
We'll
the
work around your
globalists put out there in the
schedule.
world. Okay.
Wait,
Abby gets a text.
Ooh.
It just says help.
I think she's probably she's got her like book bag, laptop bag, her purse, and like a little roll, and she's kind of disheveled. She's obviously trying to just get out of the airport quickly, and she kind of reaches in and she looks at it as you guys see her maybe like just pop out of the terminal. I figure she was on the same flight as Mr. Random Guy, because there's probably not more than one coming in at a time for this place.
I think this is the one for the day.
Yeah.
pretty much.
So yeah, you just kind of you see her roll up. Maybe she catches the tail end of like the 5G comment. And she just kind of rolls her eyes and then puts everything in. She's like, "Hello, thank you so much for picking me up.
Hey, Abby.
Good to see you all again." She kind of like,
All right, Nick,
Yeah.
get out so she can get in. Come on, Jesus Christ. She's gonna
Okay.
shove it.
He's gonna get up and like it's just gonna be like standing right in front of Abby for a second. Abby.
Nicholas, hello.
Hello.
Benji has taken a step back to watch all of this unfold
Yeah.
as everyone's struggling to get into the car.
I'm
Like
just
a
like
small-
piling the suit, like my hat, like on my lap.
Is there a trunk we can use? Is there
Oh yeah, I can open my trunk. You got a bag full of government approved literature.
There's some. Thank you, Nicholas.
Okay, well no problem. I'll make space for you.
Oh, you'll make space for her bag? Okay.
I don't want to hear from you. You consumed a big old can of poison. All right, no wonder you're exhausted. This one's driving around in circles.
Oh, well, it's good to be home, I guess. She'll
No, you guys gotta squeeze. Just like push.
squeeze in.
All right.
This is closer than they've been in years. She's like, is Charlie's full name Charlotte or is it just Charlie?
Just Charlie.
Okay. She's like, Charlie, good to see you. I trust your academic pursuits are going well.
Yeah. You know, I My mother said, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So, hi ho, silver away! Come on.
Which is
Keep going.
kind of weird because you took up that editorial job, right?
Me?
Vamping. Can't say anything nice to say
Okay.
anything at all. You took an editorial job.
Oh.
That's
I guess I
hilarious.
just turned down the biscuit. Then.
As you all head back towards town, where are you going?
It's a good. I think.
Well, I mean, we got to go back to the community center to pick up Charlie's car, right?
Oh, that's fair.
It's a good
Charlie
point.
did leave it crashed into the
I
curb.
mean, we
Yeah.
can get it tomorrow morning. It's fine.
I
It'll still
that's fair.
the one sheriff won't do anything about it.
You parked in literally 3 parking spots, but okay.
There's
the
6
20
total, and it's still not an issue.
Of the 20 cars in Crappy's Creek, how many of them are going to be at the rec center?
Very true.
I feel like
Let's make fun of the place that raised us.
Why not? That's our right.
It's alright.
No, that's great. You know, no respect.
One might say it's our birthright to make fun of this place.
You're allowed to if you're like from there. No one else is allowed to.
Yeah.
That's the
Otherwise, they'd get jumped on a street corner.
everyone just kind of looks at Benji.
I'm-
Benji had made a joke.
Too soon?
I think Abby or Abigail would have given like right as she got in, almost like a little too quickly. She's like, "Okay, and I'm staying at the motel on da 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 da. Insert street name here."
Oh, yeah. Got it all worked out. Just starts saying-
Why would you say that in that voice tone?
Nick will remember this.
As you all are driving back to town, I need everyone to give me a probe roll. Your DC is 10.
Word, you say?
Do 12.
Alright.
Yeah. Plus, ooh. That
13.
1 plus 1, 2.
I got a whole 5.
Oh, that would be 14 because of the +1. That's right. I forgot about that.
It exploded again, but it's still a 7.
What does exploding do again? Sorry.
It's when you roll the highest number on your dice. You
Oh,
then
okay,
get to
okay.
roll again and add all of the numbers together. So we have 3 failures and 1 success. Okay. I need everybody to roll me suffer with the
Yes.
understanding that Nick is coming out of this way better off than the rest of you.
Yay!
Oh,
4.
Suffer.
Suffer.
oh, that's better.
Oh my god.
17. I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's horribly good.
Yeah, 17's good. 17's very good. I wouldn't want to fail both of these if I were
19.
you, just saying. 19, got it.
I'd like
My
to
suffer
spend...
exploded twice.
Ooh, nice.
Very good.
Cool.
Very good.
On the advice that I don't... Well, no. You carrot sticked me. God damn you. Because
A
now that you...
reminder that you can take adversity tokens, like you can use adversity tokens 1 for 1. So if you're 3 or less short,
No, but I'm curious. I want to know what happens when I fail both.
you have every right. Just mark down the remember to mark down adversity tokens for every failure. So take
Right.
2 more adversity tokens on top
Damn
of
it.
what you already have.
Yes.
For
Yes.
The ones you failed, we would get one
yes,
from last.
you gain 1 for every single time you failed. For
Oh
every
my
roll.
god.
Okay.
I'm at 9?
I see we have a fellow
Good.
gaming bottom here.
You're gonna need it eventually anyway. So it's good that I'm letting you rack them up early.
Thank you for being so kind. How
I am
much do I
nothing
need to
but
spend to bump
benevolent.
this up to normal?
What did you roll?
7.
You need 3.
I will spend 3 to match.
Sounds good. Charlie, what'd you get?
I got a 5, I think. A 5, maybe. Yeah, I think I rolled a 4 and then I got +1. So yes, I got a 5. So I'm very, very far away.
I offer you the same choice I gave RJ. Would you like to take a monstrous trait? Would you like to fail?
I could also spend tokens for a 2-to-1.
You
Or
can.
1-to-1.
Yeah, I was going to say RJ has the strength that allows him, instead of having to spend 2 for 1, can spend 1 for 1 in order to help a friend.
Actually, I think it's if I spend a token, it counts for +2 instead of +1.
Oh, there you go.
That's cool. I'm gonna take a monstrous trait.
Yeah.
Because
I love this.
I'm gonna pick the blind truly see.
Beautiful. And what sort of change happens? And what memory do you associate with this, like becoming a part of Charlie?
The the monstrous trait is if you fail a probe check, you hallucinate an outcome that you cannot distinguish from truth. And I think that when Charlie was younger, when she got lost in the woods in the dark, she was so scared that she hallucinated a friend, and someone stayed with her the whole time that she was there, and it gave her the courage to kind of like just keep through the night until Benji found her and gave her the torch. Yes, that's my memory.
That's cute.
I adore that. That will be coming up again later.
Yay, imaginary friends. We love them. It's great.
As you kind of have that flash of memory in your mind, all of you hear the radio glitch out and then kind of go through the stations. Like it's all of the babble of hearing like different radio jockeys and different music, and it's country, and then it's hip hop, and then it's some guy selling you a car, and then it's like all these different things back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, until you hear a small voice. Like you have to crank the volume up to be able to figure out what's happening here. And it's impossible for anyone but Nick to tell who this is. Because Nick, sometimes things just don't leave, no matter how fucking bad you want them to. And it's so odd that for the first time in 28 years, you hear Tommy Graves' voice over the radio.
Not over the biscuit. I'm just kidding. We were just getting to break stuff. That's my favorite.
And you all hear over the radio what sounds like a small child talking about space. It's words that are definitely wise beyond this child's years, but it kind of like breaks in and out, and all you can hear is the space is just so vast, and how do I even know if I matter in it when I'm so small? That there are such big planets and so many stars, and I'll never know how big it is if I never get to go. Right? But you guys will help me. Right? Nick and Charlie and Abby and Benji, you'll help me, right?
All right, who's pulling this prank? This is not humorous at all.
I think Nick is gonna pull over.
Did someone pay a radio station?
Pull on, take the radio out of his car.
I'm gonna need a strive roll to see if you can rip this thing out.
Oh, I got you. What am I rolling? Strive? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Where my character should go?
Oh no.
Ooh.
What did you do?
Nah, my scribe is not great. Okay, here we go. That is a 2.
2. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna say that you attempt to yank this radio out of the car, but as you try to, like, you can't, there's nothing really to grip. You like hold the volume button, you hold something else, and the little buttons just pop off instead, now in your hands.
Great. Now we can't turn it off.
Can't.
Job.
Well, first off, thank you for helping. I really appreciate how you sat there and did nothing while I struggled for a good minute. You saw
I'm
me
trapped
clawing.
behind my backpack. What do you want from me?
You can reach in the center. I'm struggling like a cat with mittens on.
And as you all are having this argument, Tommy is still talking on the radio going, you guys are gonna help me, right? It's been so long and it's so dark and I don't know where I am, but it's not dark like I can see the stars. It's just dark.
Nick and Charlie are fighting. Abby's in the back seat. Benji is in the front passenger seat. His fingers are steepled. His eyes are dark. He is staring at that radio, listening to every word.
I think Abby might try and just reach up and turn it off because she's getting freaked out. But this must be some stupid prank that they've arranged for her now that she's back, and she's getting annoyed. So she's gonna try and flip it off if she knows how.
You give me, what do I even call this? I'm gonna go with mend because Nick took the volume button away. He ripped it off.
Gotta
purpose.
hit buttons. This is a D4, so it's not gonna be great.
You know.
Whee. I did roll 4.
Explodes.
Love
Oh,
that. Explodes. Yeah, roll again.
Holy shit, it did it again. Okay.
Yay!
Oh, do it again.
Okay, that's ridiculous. It did it again. Okay.
That's the best
Keep it
thing about
going.
small dice. A better chance to explode.
The smaller your dice,
It
the better chance of
exploded.
explosion.
Yes!
Let's go.
Okay, what were we at? 4. This was the third one.
12?
12.
So,
Okay,
12.
I want you guys to see, like,
We're at 16 now.
that's a 3. Okay.
okay.
19.
All right,
Um,
we're good.
19 total. Wow, I was like, this could be
15.
shit.
Oh, 19? Never mind. I can't
19.
math.
I have a follow-up question for you now. If, let's say, your seatbelt got tight all of a sudden, do you think you'd try to fight that maybe? Or do you think you just roll with it?
I think there would be like the irritation, like you know when you kind of like maybe 2 tugs, until it just kind of doesn't work.
Cool.
Maybe.
Roll strive for me.
Strive is 8. There we go. 7.
Sweet. After your couple of little tugs, you're able to get your hand up to the radio just after you hear Tommy say, Charlie, wouldn't you like to be in the dark with me?
Get fucked.
Can I have a suffer roll, please? Thank you.
All right. Suffer is a D10. I'm always so bad. A 3.
Cool. Cool.
What was the DC? And can I?
You have the ability to, if you would like, your DC was a 6.
Okay, so I got a 3.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
I'll
have to
use
spend 3.
I'll use 3 tokens. I'll do
Okay.
that. I have enough now.
I
I've
think
been
that's
failing so
probably
much.
a good call because I was we were about to go into the other room. But we'll wait on it. It's fine.
No.
We can have a date
I'm
another
teasing
night.
everyone
It's
with a
fine.
solo experience.
Someday they'll figure out why you're afraid
Pay
of the dark.
extra for that.
Don't worry. We have 8 whole episodes to get to why you're afraid of the dark.
Whew. It's great.
I'm sure it'll be great. But with that, Abby is able to turn the radio off.
Real funny, guys. This is just okay. Should we get going again if everyone's okay?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the radios today. Listen, my car radio was fucked too, but whatever. I think April must just be really fucking with everyone, I guess. So
have you heard
drive
from her?
this car every day.
well, like if she's and she's gonna pull out her phone and like show the text message. And like she's obviously around and she's faking this whole disappearance thing. Like, and why is she doing all this bullshit with the radios?
Yeah, okay, no, I'm on very much the same page. Have you tried calling the number back?
Do I look like someone who calls people?
Oh my god, give me the phone. I love
I'm a millennial, bitch. What's wrong with you?
We don't pick up for nothing.
Okay. Harley, can I have the phone?
Yeah, you could just like snatch it. That's fine.
You
That's
better
right,
tell
Noir,
me-
you were gonna say something.
Oh, he just goes, I've driven this car every day and my radio works fine. I don't even have a radio capable of doing satellite. So clearly it's your cell phones that are affecting my vehicle.
She just rolls her eyes.
It's the 5G.
Can I look at the number that texted Charlie?
Yeah,
Pretending
for sure.
or being Emily?
It's
Or
definitely
Sorry.
definitely April's.
She's gonna like without even punching into her own phone, she's just gonna call. Maybe she'll speaker or no speaker. No, I think she's just gonna put it up to her ear. Oh, okay.
No, you're fine. Do what you want.
Put it on speaker. Put it on speaker.
God, fuck.
You
I'm gonna start
call
driving
this
again.
number. I would love. I'd like a suffer roll, please. Wait, did you put it on speaker or no?
I think if it rang for more than 2 beats,
Mhm.
she would put it on speaker. If not, it would still be at her head.
Okay. I'm gonna roll it actually. Well, I'll roll a d4. I'll keep this very, very honest.
Cool.
I roll a d4. The number that it lands on is the amount of rings that happens.
Cool.
I got a 2. So
Alright, yeah.
this one, you get to do all on your own.
Alright. Okay.
Everyone else is going to see you suffer, though, so I'm not going to go to a one-on-one screen.
Yep, fair
You're
enough.
not alone. You're just the only one hearing it.
Yeah, it's good to not suffer alone. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 3.
I don't love
That
a
is
3.
unfortunate.
I don't love a 3.
No one loves a 3.
No one loves a 3.
What's the DC?
I was going to say, your DC was 7. So...
I could
Listen,
spend.
there's
good-
I was
nothing
gonna say,
wrong
you
with
can
3s, all right?
spend- You can spend adversity tokens if you'd like. You can take a monstrous trait if you'd like. Or you can choose to fail, gain another adversity token, and hope and pray that whatever happens next is not bad enough that these 3 need to rescue you from it.
I'm so scared.
We yes and here.
Yes. Yes, and I was scared.
Listen, I'm scared.
I could, if I max out, I have 4 adversity tokens, so I could do that, and then I would have, if I still get the one from this one, right? Question mark? Or no, it wouldn't be a failure at that point, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a failure at that point.
I think maybe a bit of a monstrous trait might be in order. Frick, where did
I
the
got
hell-
3 of you
tab
in
is
one
it on?
episode. Let's go.
I gotta find the
And-
tab that it's on.
You cannot just drop a piece of meat in front of Piranha, Mallory.
Don't worry, we'll go over how to get rid of them later. Or you get enough of them and then they're just a monster for me to play with from now on. That's fun too. Oh yes, audience. While Cleo's deciding what monstrous trait she would like to take, that's the one thing I forgot to tell you earlier. If our players decide to take 3 and then they decide they need to take another, their character now belongs to me. I've given them a choice as to what they'd like to do for their backup option should they feel the need to retire their new monster to me, but they now become a DM PC, which means I get to take them over forever. It'll be super fun if it happens, I promise. I have so many ideas.
And this is what happens when you drink Monster.
You become
a monster.
Mark of the beast.
Is that Nick's headcanon now? Is that you drink enough Monster, you become a monster?
Listen, which one of us doesn't have a monstrous trait?
I mean, technically, you're
good
not wrong.
goddamn point. It's a good point. Okay, I think the one that's kind of speaking to me right now is Dead Lover's Silk, which is until your anchor is destroyed, you cannot be killed. And given how closely connected my anchor is to my sister, who I'm attempting to contact in earnest for one of the first times in years, and I'm like hoping and praying that this is actually her, that this is all just one big prank, and she's just being fucking annoying, and it's just really kind of drawing back to like best friends, and it's been so long since I felt that with her, and I'm so desperate for it right now. Yeah.
I like that. As the second ring happens, you hear the click of someone picking up, but they say nothing.
April, stop fucking around. What is this? Where are you? Fucking answer me. What's up?
Abby?
April, where are you?
Abby.
April, can you hear me? And I'm like checking to see if it's like muted.
Sorta. I don't know what's happening or where I am. It's someplace really dark. I can't see anything.
What's the last thing you remember? Where are you? Is it cold? Is it hot? Are you with anyone?
It's really cold. Really cold. I don't know. I saw Benji and we talked, and then everything went black.
When was it? Is there like location? Like, turn your phone's location on.
Abby, I don't even have my phone.
What the fuck? Yes, you do. You're talking to me on it.
Abby, no, I'm not. I just heard your voice. I just thought you must be around here somewhere. You're telling me you're not around here anywhere?
I'm in a car on a road in fucking Krabby Creek. Where the hell are you?
I don't know. Everything just went black. And it cuts out.
Ah! I like look at Benji. I'm like, she said she was with you last. Where the fuck was that?
And I think right there is where we're gonna cut tonight.
Ah!
I think that's a good place. I think we'll just leave it there.
That's so good.
We'll just take for a week on it. You know, you just get your little theories together, and you
like Benji's hiding people in his basement.
GM, I think I did an oopsie.
You think you did an oopsie? Oh no!
I'm pretty sure I have 20 adversity tokens.
What?
20? How did you get 20? You didn't scrub that many times tonight.
Wait. Okay. Easy going, gain 2 adversity tokens when you fail instead of 1.
Correct.
Oh, so you're doubling.
And then I double that to 4.
Oh my god,
Damn.
because you took the
Shiny.
monstrous trait that gets you double adversity tokens every single time
Oh.
that you gain adversity tokens. You probably do have 20 then.
In this economy, you are rich.
In this economy, you're rich, my god.
I
Let me
don't like
tell
that.
ya.
Let me chat with you
Benji
later about
wants for
changing
nothing.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll
Just make it
discuss.
rain out to the
We will discuss and figure out what we're doing with that. Hey, this is a live playtest, folks. I don't know what to tell you. These are things that we didn't think about happening. But hopefully you all enjoyed tonight, the beginning of our story. I can only hope that you'll be back with us next week to check out the rest of it. In the meantime, I would really love for my lovely friends to tell you where you can go see their awesome work, where you can check out their other games or the cool things that they make, and all of that. So we're gonna go in opposite order of how we started the show. So whoever went last to introduce themselves will now go first. I don't remember who that was.
Hello,
I go last
everybody.
all the
I'm
time, so
RJ.
it's not me. Thank you very much, RJ.
It's RJ and Noir.
Cleo, then me, I think.
Cleo,
Yeah.
then you.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Hello, everybody. I'm RJ. You can catch me at rjustice282 on most socials. Once again, I have been Benji de la Cruz. We're doing things out here on the interweb, so stay tuned. It's gonna be fun.
Wonderful.
That's me. I guess. Hello.
Eh?
I'm Noir. I play Nick. You can find me all over the internet as the Noir Enigma. That's Blue Sky, and Little Red Note, and Twitch. I stream every morning, 10 a.m. to 1:30 on a show called AP Review, where we rewatch old APs. Right now, we're watching Power Play, and that's it. Stop receiving me.
Cleo!
I said stop.
No
Too bad
more.
I will never stop. You're stuck with me.
I
Oh,
love
yeah?
it.
You get back here so I can love you, damn it.
That was the last we saw of him.
No.
Sometimes I could still hear his voice.
Gay, 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 homosexual, gay.
Oh, beautiful. I'm Cleo Birch. I'm a voice actor and narrator. You can find me streaming a D&D game on every other Friday over on Punch Roll for Initiative. The same on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all the other places. More of my own work is on TikTok at Cleo Birch VO or voice actor. I do forget which one it is, but Cleo Birch should get you there. I predominantly do audio dramas. I think that I don't know when it'll be coming out, but the Perceptions universe, I am one of the characters in that, and you can see me doing some drama audio things.
Perfect. Emily.
Hello, my lovelies. I am Emily Greymoore. You can find me at the moment on Blue Sky until I figure out what the heck is going on with social media at large. But that's where you'll find me there. If you want to see the things I create, I'm on itch.io, and I've made the Cunning Folk, which is a TTRPG you can find there under my name or under the Cunning Folk, either way. I'm also on Unbalanced Encounters podcast, which you can find at unbalancedencounters.com. So you get to hear my voice in wonderful ways for hundreds of episodes if you are so inclined. And other than that, I've got a new project called The Daily Quest, which is a free monthly newspaper, which is completely fantasy, completely inspired by D&D and all that shenanigans. And you can find that on Patreon at The Daily Quest News. But that's it. That's what I'm doing.
I have such talented and cool friends, man. It's such a nice time to hear about all the shenanigans. And then I guess there's me. Hi, I'm Mallory. I happen to run this joint. I also am a TTRPG player all across the interwebs. When people need somebody random at their table, sometimes they go, "Hey, you with the colorful hair," and I go, "Yes, absolutely, I'll come play." When I'm not here, you can usually find me over with Noir. I am a part of Noirville. I play Molly Meadows. I cannot wait for you all to see her. Noir made me cry, and I'll leave it at that. And I also was just in Noir's Outgunned series for charity. Noir doesn't brag on themselves enough at all, so I'm gonna do it for you.
Mhm.
Noir, as well as Sam Delev, and then a bunch of us came together. We played a bunch of games of like Outgunned and stuff like that to raise money for the California wildfires. They are genius. Come back here so I can love you. This is not an optional thing. It's mandatory that you take my love. And literally raised quadruple what the Swifties team raised.
Hell
Over
yeah.
$12,000. It was amazing and wonderful, and I am very lucky that I was asked to be a part of it. So guess what? You get to deal with that now too. So you can see me over there, you can see me here. I also write games if you want them. They're over on Itch. I do like a bunch of like solo TTRPG stuff or like 2-person games. They're usually really sad. I have a psychology degree, if you couldn't tell, which means I'm doomed to emotionally ruin people through gaming. And other than that, we'll be back here next week for episode 2 of Childhood Nightmares.
I'm excited.
Woo!
I'm terrified.
I'm the luckiest
Hell
that
yeah.
everybody said yes. And hopefully they'll say yes to next week too, and I didn't terrify anybody enough to make them run away. We'll see you then. And in the meantime, love yourself, take care of each other, and go have a super magical night. See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.